I have the pleasure of speaking to Mr. Keyon Lee, Buffalo native, writer, poet extraordinaire. And Keyon, just thank you so very much for sitting down with me. I'm so excited to talk to you about what you have coming forth. But before we get into that, let's get a little background on Keyon. Keyon, please tell the audience just a little bit about you.
Well, as you all know, I'm an author. You know, I have the one book out, Older Women, Younger Men. I currently writing, I got 16 novels written, a gang of poetry, a couple of screenplays written. I'm just working. I'm working hard.
Sounds great, sounds great. And, you know, Keyon touched on his first novel, Older Women, Younger Men, you know, by Keyon Lee. And let me tell you, Keyon was 50 Shades of Grey before 50 Shades of Grey was even 50 Shades of Grey. So if you haven't not picked up this novel, please pick it up. And on top of that, he's a Buffalo native. You always want to represent local. Keyon, just give us some background on your first novel. How did you come to talk about, you know, the things that you talked about in this novel?
Well, this novel here, this novel in particular is my third novel that I wrote. At the time of writing this novel, older women, younger men relationships has been growing. Nick Cannon and Mariah, Demi Moore, Asher Cush, and things like that. So I thought that novel, this particular topic, would be tasteful.
Right.
That's why I wrote this.
Right. Now, Keyon, I will say that some things could be compared to Zane. If those of you who aren't familiar, Zane is an erotic fiction urban novelist. She had a movie recently produced. Keyon, talk to us about that comparison.
Well, I'm often compared to Zane. Actually, when this book first came out, I was the male Zane. So I guess I'm taking the title of the king of erotic tales, being that Zane is the queen of erotic tales.
Right.
Yeah, so it's been a comparison.
So, ladies, I think you need to pick it up if you haven't, because it's by my bedside. Now that we've talked about this, I really want to talk about this new novel, Tears of Our Children. Now, Keyon, this is a big departure from, you know, Older Women, Younger Men.
Correct.
And not to give a lot away, but this is a really heavy topic that you're talking about. Why did you, you know, go so far, you know, from what you were doing? Did you want to do something different? Did you feel that this was something that needed to be talked about?
Actually, what happened was I was reading the Ebony magazine and I came across an article. And in the article was called The Destroyer of Men. And it talked about men coming out and speaking out about being molested as children. And when I read the article, I seen somebody that I knew personally in the article. It touched me, and this is a subject that we push under the rug. It's taboo for people. We don't talk about it. So I decided to write the story, and hopefully to bring some light to the damage and disease of child molestation.
You know, it's something that needs to be talked about more? Do you think that, you know, especially in the urban community, do you think it is something that...
Yes, it's something that needs to be talked about firstly at the dinner table. We have to talk about it at home first. We have to talk to our children about it. Don't be open with your children. Ask them, has anybody ever touched you? Has anybody ever tried to touch you? Don't be afraid if somebody touched you or tried to touch you to come tell somebody. Even if it's a family member or a friend of the family that tried to touch you, don't be afraid. That's the biggest thing. Don't be afraid to tell somebody that he or she tried.
And I mean, it's powerful stuff. It really, really is. And, you know, if you don't know already, both novels are available on Kindle right now. There are print books available for you to purchase as well. And, you know, going into such a deep matter, with your upcoming projects, are you going to continue on this road, or do you want to go back and forth? What's next for Keyon Lee?
Actually, I want to go back and forth But I have a number of projects. I have the book that follows this. Be looking for that this summer of 2015 called Consequences of Love. I also have a novel coming out with the Essence best-selling author Damon Meadows. He wrote Convicts Candy. We have a collabo book titled How to Love a Black Man. Very powerful novel. Be looking for that. I have a couple of screenplays that we're working on, a couple of stage plays. We're working.
Wow. Keyon, you are a very busy man, but you know what? Buffalo needs this, New York needs this, America needs this, the world. Get ready for Mr. Keyon Lees, because let me tell you, he's about to blow up. So remember your girl here, Melinda. You heard it first. You can find all your contact information and more information about Keyon, all his upcoming events, projects, anything you want to know. Make sure you check theblacksignature.net. Once again, theblacksignature.net for anything about Keyon, upcoming events. Once again, you can find me always at TokyoGirl.heart. And you guys, thank you so very much. Contact me. See you soon.
Thank you.
Still filming. Oh, sorry.